Migration is the biggest problem that we have. And I'll tell people out there, you're responsible for this in the way that you vote. And unless we actually get some true action to rein this in, your cost of living is not going to come down. It will go up.
There's another aspect of this budget that hasn't got enough attention yet, and I want to get your thoughts on it, and that is
the waste of money that goes on.
Immigration. They keep telling us that they're going to
get the sympathy from the general public.
Pull down the immigration rate. We had immigration record levels of immigration last year, and even if they stick to what they've promised in this budget, that is pulling it down to 260,000 people next year, that's an incredibly high level historically, isn't it? They're talking about trying to getting it down to the highest levels of the Howard government era.
Demonstrably failed.
Well, that's right. They've never been able to stick with their numbers. They've always increased it more than what they say in their budget.
1 + 1 is equals to 3. Is equals to 3.
That's just called science and maths.
The two previous budgets, they've said they'll have it at so many, yet it's always increased a lot more than what it is. They've lied. Labor continues to lie. Broken promises.
I hope you've noticed that.
And I hope that people throw him out at the next election. Even at 260,000, Chris, there's a lot of migrants in the country, and that's what the coalition had under the Morrison government.
We are not proposing to have that. That is not changing.
Which I still complained about it at that time, and they realised and they dropped it to 190,000. The student intake in 2019 was about 590,000 students, of 580,000, and yet this year 703,000 students. So the big problem is
Anthony Albanese, the Prime Minister of Australia.
Migration is the biggest problem that we have, and the lack of housing. Yet the government says, oh, we're fixing up because we're putting billions of dollars in housing. Yet we don't have the tradies, all the supplies, all the the materials to build these houses. It's a joke. They're pulling the wool over people's eyes who fall for this smoke and mirror stuff that they're pulling out and telling people what they're going to do. It can't happen.
The number of immigrants you're letting into the country is completely unsustainable.
Penny, what's gotten into you? You sound like Miss Senator Hanson. You guys have been listening to Miss Senator Hanson. She's far right.
Nope. Turns out she's just right so far. You should give her a chance and actually listen to her.
Penny's right. And you know, the majority of Australians actually agree with Miss Senator Hanson on this too, mate. Oh, shut up, Jim.